recording. It's good to see y'all's faces. It's so good to see everybody's faces. I know we missed last week. So it's good to be back on our schedule. And before we start that meat of the call, I wanted to really quickly go over that we are at the 22nd of the month. And so many of you are at 2 points in Success Club. Maybe you're not, you're at 0. We have plenty of time to help 3 people this month. So get out there, start personally inviting people, talk to people, have conversations with people, follow up with people, share your love with people, and eventually it's going to happen. So we actually have the 22-minute hardcore challenge group going on. You're welcome to join us. It's our team as well as our customers, so we can just kind of, all band together and do the program together. So it's not too late to do that. If you need to add anyone, add yourself, and I can actually post that again in the team page for anyone who needs that. What else? Super Saturday, April 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you are. It could be Super Sunday. Find your event, you guys. It's so important to go to events. Even if you have to go travel an hour or two, it's so, so important to get in front of other coaches and, learn about other cultures and, just getting around other people that have the like-minded is super, super, super important. Events is like the number one thing that we need to do as coaches. So find your Super Saturday event that's closest to you, or the one that appeals to you the most, and go. I promise you it's so worth it. And what else? What else? Okay, really quickly, I'm going to do a quick screen share because I want to do, so tonight the call is, are you in a rut? Have you been in a rut? Are you going to be in a rut with coaching? The answer, unless you're just a robot, and I don't think anyone on the call is a robot the last I checked. Yes, you're going to be in a rut at some point in time in your business. It's just inevitable because, we go full force sometimes and then we hit a brick wall and then we don't know what else to do. Maybe you're a new coach and you don't know where to go from here. But I'm going to do really quickly
Turn on the water horse movie.
And see.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have background noise, if you don't mind really quick muting your line.
Do you have any paper to draw on?
I'm so motivated I actually broke my lamp! So motivated! Let's work out! I'm so motivated! Be fruitful, let's work! Shake all of me, so motivated! So motivated! Personal development! So motivated! Working on my business and inviting! I'm so motivated! What's up, everybody? It's Coach Caleb from Legendary.com. Do you want to be motivated like me? Look at motivational posters on the internet. Drink more, eat and eat, and stop whining!
No, actually, that's not how it works. Are you lacking motivation with your health and fitness, your Beachbody Coach business, your challenge groups, your faith, your work, your relationships? Here's the tricky thing about motivation. It's easy to misunderstand how it works. It's pathetically common language nowadays to hear people say,
I'm just not motivated.
and it's easy to believe that if you just got lucky and found some motivation somewhere, like it's the golden snitch from Harry Potter, then you'll be able to take action. We've got it all backwards. This is how motivation really works. If you take action, then the motivation you so desperately need will follow. If you take a leap of faith, a little baby step forward, help change someone's life, change something in your own life, make that first invite, do that first workout, sign up for that first challenge group, sign up as a coach, crack open that Bible, say a prayer, give some thanks, or anything you don't feel motivated to do, if you push yourself to do any of these things, you will create the motivation you need to keep going with them. If we're being completely honest, I didn't have any motivation to sit down here in my basement and make this video for you guys today. It wasn't until I just committed to doing it, sat down, started writing out the script, that the motivation, inspiration, crazy skits, and words and wisdom started happening. Here's my tip for you guys. Do not waste your time searching for motivation. Go do something. Go hustle. Create motivation by taking action. That's all for today, folks. If this video motivated you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.
Okay. So hopefully that made you laugh at least, right? I mean, he's funny. And all of that said, in all seriousness, it's not always that easy. You know, he's saying, oh, just make it happen. What if you're in a spiral of a rut that's so deep that you can't even make yourself do that? And I'm going to kind of get personal tonight. And I prayed before I got on this call because I really, really want it to touch you guys, because I know how it can be to be in a rut, how it can like basically disable you in doing the things that you want in your life, doing the things that you want in your business. So I'm going to start before Beachbody. I don't share this with many people. Early in my 20s, I went through some things really hard in my life, and I developed severe anxiety and panic disorder, as well as depression. So it basically had me to the point where in social situations, I would have heart palpitations. I'm going to have to mute some lines. Sorry, it's hard to talk over. Okay. Social situations, there were times that my heart would, beat really, really fast. My palms would sweat. And, I was worried, what are they thinking of me? And it was just a traumatic situation that had happened in my life that made me become this person who, at the time, I had left college and I was trying to find a job, and I couldn't find a job because I was so disabled in my fear of, being panic-ridden and anxiety-ridden. Sorry, guys. So I crawled into this rut. It was a really, really awful rut. This is very severe, obviously. It's not necessarily the same thing that you're in right now, but I'm trying to relate into the different types of ruts you can be in. I was living at home with my parents for a brief period of time during this really hard time. And I contacted my aunt who owned a daycare to see if I could work for her, because I really didn't want to be in a lot of social situations, because I was really in a deep, dark place. And so I started working for her thinking, I can hang out with the kids and help kids, and, I should be okay. Well, my cousins were working for her at the same time. And I remember still being debilitated with this rut and thinking, what are they thinking of me? They know that I'm having this anxiety. And until one day I stopped worrying so much about this and started listening to my cousins and other people and focusing more on them than myself, that's whenever I was able to finally get out of this, place of what about me? What's wrong with me? And I've got all this crap going on. And so eventually I came out of that. I love people now. I love hanging out with people now. Obviously, social situations is like something I thrive on. Like I love being around team and family and friends. So obviously things have changed since then, but just knowing that I was in this deep, dark rut that had to change. And a lot of things changed with focusing on others versus just myself. So fast forward a little bit into after becoming a coach, I remember about 3 or 4 months in, my coach was really pushing me to move forward. And, at the time I really I didn't understand building a business. I just, wanted to help challengers. And, it was trying to push me to do all these things that I was fearful of. And I remember coming home from a really long, exhausting day from work and sitting on the couch and just losing it all. And I'm like, I've got to take a step back, because I'm exhausted from feeling what I need to do for someone else. And I remember a day later, I was like, okay, I still love this business. I want to do it for me and not for someone else. So that's when it just so happened that I learned about personal development. And that's just so happened when I happened to fall into our Big Fat Boot Camp and learning about getting out of these, situations to where we feel bad about our business and we're not moving forward and doing it for the wrong reason, and figuring out the reason why you want to move forward. It's not for your upline. It's not for your best friend. It's for you and your challengers and for your business and for whatever it is you want. So I'm going to fast forward again, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk about myself the whole time. I'm just trying to give you some situations to where I understand the rut. Before I got on this call, I'm going to be honest, I went through a bazillion videos to try to find the right one to share before we started, talking. And watching all these videos about ruts made me go down, like rut. Like, oh my gosh, why am I watching all this rut stuff? And it's making me feel in this awful rut. So, I mean, it's about what you're seeing and like viewing and putting in your mind constantly, which is going to make you fall into the rut. So I was telling you guys this story. I hosted a Team Boss call a few months ago, and it was right before GoPro in November, October, November. And I was in Vegas, one of the places that I love most in the world. And I was getting messages from several of the team, and, they were saying, I'm quitting, I'm taking a step back. And, for some reason it was just like, what is going on? Like, I just remember laying in bed for like 2 days straight crying in this dark hotel room. It's so dark. I don't know why it was so dark in that room, but it was. And I remember like mourning and like being in this rut to where I'm not leaving this bed because nothing's good with what's going on with my business. People are quitting. I'm a terrible leader. I'm an awful coach. And all this terrible stuff was going on into my head. And I remember finally dragging myself out of bed and saying, you know what? I'm doing this for a reason. I'm going to, take the people who want to go and run, and let's do this. Quit worrying about the people who just don't want it, and, still love them. But, wrap your arms around those who are ready to go. And, that's where I needed to feed myself with personal development. And thankfully, GoPro happened to be right afterwards, and it was very uplifting. That's why I was saying before we started, get to events, because events are, you're going to fall into a rut at some point into your business. So, so this is something that I've thought of, and maybe this is something you already do, but personal development obviously is something we hound and say it's easy to do, easy not to do, and a little bit of tough love. I'm usually a Pearl personality who wants to just love and, squeeze everybody. But if you're not doing it, you can say you're doing it. You can say you're doing the vital behaviors. You can say it, but if you're not doing it, you're going to get in a rut. Because if you're not taking action in your business, you're going to fall backwards. Your momentum's going to go in reverse instead of forward. So my recommendation, and I encourage everyone to pick a time during the day that you are consistent with doing your personal development. And what I would think that would be great is to do it first thing when you wake up. Before you start your day, before you allow any of this negative chatter from the outside world come into your mind, do some personal development. Take 15 minutes, however you can work it within your life and your schedule, and then post something about it. And this is your accountability. Post something about it. What are you struggling with? Make your mess your message. So when you post your sweaty pic, that's wonderful. When you post your Shakeology, also very cool. But what is it that you've learned today that is going to help you move forward in life? Maybe you woke up in a crappy mood and then you read something that was uplifting that made you very grateful to have a roof over your head. You can even just post something like that. I woke up and, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Somebody peed in my Cheerios. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh my gosh, I have this wonderful life. I have a caring husband, kids, and, a roof over my head. And just, make it real. It doesn't have to be a stock picture of a motivational picture. Just be you, be real, and make that your accountability every single day. I'm in a rut, right? So switch that around and make it into a message, into how it's not only going to uplift yourself, but people are going to start recognizing your post when you're not just posting your Shakeology. You're not just posting, your workout. People want a different layer. They want to see where you are, and you're not just this perfect human being that's very healthy, and they want to see there's another layer to you, because we're human and we're going to fall into the spiral. And the more we go into the spiral, the more we're going to say, I'm going to disconnect from the team. I'm going to quit posting. I'm going to quit reading personal development. This isn't working. Beachbody it's not working for me. And then the more that goes on, it's till you're just like, yeah. So if you can stop wherever that rut is and go, you know what, by God, I'm going to pull myself out of where I am right now. I'm going to make this happen, and I'm going to do it with doing the 3 vital behaviors, 4 vital behaviors, whatever, however you do. I mean, and just do, because the minute you're in a rut, it means the action's not being taken place. And it's true. The minute I'm going, oh my gosh, I'm not moving forward. What's wrong? Everything's wrong. Like, I realize I'm missing the personal development. And if you're reading the same personal development you've been reading for a year, again, this isn't like, I love you guys, and I'm usually wrap around hugs, but this is a little tough love. If you're reading the same personal development you were reading a year ago, it's time to move on. It's time to find another one, because you're probably not getting anything out of it. If you're reading Go Pro for the 10th time, yes, that's great, but it's time to move on. What are you struggling with? What is it that your rut is? Where are you to where you're saying, I lack confidence, I lack consistency, I lack, what is it? Because we all are in some place to where we're like, oh God, I really need some leadership skills. I need some leadership skills. I need help. Where do I go? We have an amazing list in our team page. Wherever you're struggling, ask. What's someone's personal development that they love the most about, I don't know, confidence or recruiting or whatever, and go do it. And if it doesn't suit with you, and some people say do beginning to end, I don't agree. And Christina, I know that you are very advocate of that, but if it's not doing anything for you and you're still struggling, and you're like, I'm still in this rut, find one that is going to uplift you to where you're like, oh heck yeah, this visit is mine. I'm ready to go to conquer the world and help a bazillion people, and I'm ready to move on. Those are the personal developments you need to focus on, not one that's just going to leave you like, that kind of didn't really do anything for me. So I know I'm all over the place, and I was hoping to goodness that I wouldn't be, but I wanted to say, I feel like we're placed in a rut for a reason sometimes, because it's very easy to get complacent. It's very easy to be, Jake just did my workout, I'm not moving forward, but I'm still gonna. The rut is there to push you. The rut is there to challenge you to push forward, to do something else. The rut is there, I think, for a reason, because if we didn't ever fall into a rut, we would just stay like this, right? So there's going to be that, so that you'll go, oh no, up, right? Up. Does that make any sense? I mean, we're thrown into these situations so that we'll grow, so that we're not, thank you, Billy, so that we're not staying in the same place, because most of us on this call, you wouldn't be on this call if you wanted to stay complacent. You wouldn't be here if you didn't care about moving forward, so find what's going to work for you, find what's going to help develop you even further, and like I said, use it to empower yourself. Know that you were put in this situation for a reason, so that you will push forward. And I know, we have some newer coaches on, we have some veteran coaches on, we have, some who signed at the same time I did. So we're all in different places, and we're not all gonna, need the same things in our business, but dig in wherever you are when you are in that rut, because I know that eventually we will get in one. If you're not already in one, or if you've been in one in the past, use whatever, you need to push forward and get out of it. Let's see. If you did not listen to Chelsea Pearson's National Wake Up Call yesterday, there were so many awesome nuggets. And I know some of you don't listen because, and this is another thing, not comparing yourself. If you're scrolling, if you think, I'm doing the bad behaviors, I'm on Facebook all the time and scrolling through and like comparing yourself to other coaches. No, you're in your journey, and it doesn't matter if you, signed up same time somebody else did and they're farther along. You put the blinders on because, yes, it's great to find ideas and, get motivated by other coaches and stuff, but stop comparing. You are amazing. You're a coach for a reason. God put you in this, and if you're not a God person, I'm sorry, but I feel that, whatever higher being puts you in the situation and as a coach for a reason. So I don't know. I'm just looking at all your faces and I hope you're getting something out of this. Again, Chelsea Pearson, if you haven't listened to her call, it was amazing. It really, really, really was. She gave so many awesome nuggets, and it's one that you want to listen to if you didn't already. And again, don't be busy, be productive. So we're all busy. We all have different things. Your busy is different from my busy. When you are purposely working, make it purpose, make it not just scrolling. And, I feel like a lot of times we overcomplicate what we're supposed to be doing. And it's just reaching out to people, it's just caring about people. It's just reading our personal development. And again, before you go into like messaging people and reaching out to people and sharing things with people, you got to have your mind right. So if you're messaging people and you're inviting and you're talking to people and you're all in this crazy rut and you're negative and you're down and you're like, people would have sensed that. So that's why I feel like getting your personal development first thing before you start anything, it's going to start your day for you. I was reading, there's the Diamonds Dollars group that we were doing for those who were pushing for Diamond. And it was funny because one of the coaches who's been coached from like day one, I think she's been a coach for 9 years. So tells you how much she's probably been through, Let me find her post really quick because I thought it was really interesting that she was going through all the different things that we go through as coaches. No wonder we have ruts. I mean, come on, let's be real. So give me just 2 seconds while I find the post. Of course, I can't find it. It basically was going through all these negative things like, oh, coach relations messed my Shakeology up. Oh, no, this challenger quit and, won't message me now. Oh, my online office won't open up. Oh my gosh, and there was this list of all these terrible things. And of course we're going to fall into a rut if we're constantly, and we are going to run into these things. It's only natural. It's a business. We're business owners. Things happen. And so be prepared. Prepare yourself to fall into this wonky feeling like, I thought I loved this. Maybe I don't love this anymore. Maybe this isn't fun anymore. We're going to all fall into that, but what you do in the situation to turn it around is going to be the key to moving forward. So once you're gaining momentum and you run into that brick wall, don't go in reverse, knock that MF. Yeah, did I just say that? Down, knock it down. Knock it down. So, okay, I just went on crazy tangents, and we're only 24 minutes in, and we've got a lot of people on the call. So, let's see if I missed anything. La, la, la. Mm-hmm. And this is one that always kills me, just really quick, and I'll open up the line. But the moment you're ready to quit is typically the moment something amazing is about to happen. And I see it all the time. Coaches who were this close to like what incredible things happening. You can just see it. Like it's happening, and they don't see it. And then it's like rut, done. No, know that something amazing is going to happen. If you're putting in the passion and the work and you're doing the honestly and truly are honest with yourself, be honest with yourself. If you're doing the vital behaviors every day, every day, then things are going to happen. Okay, so, all right. Oh, there's a lot of chat going on. I missed it all. So, does anybody have anything? I know it's all over the place, and I hope that this helps somewhat. I see so many beautiful faces. Jen!
Hi, it was awesome. Thank you. We all get in these situations, so it helps, and it's good to know that you do go through it too. So, and side note, as I was leaving the cruise and we were trying to get through customs, Caleb was like standing right near us, and I just wanted to run up and be like, "Oh my gosh, I love you!" But no, I refrained. I didn't do it.
Yeah, if y'all haven't like watched his videos, the cool thing is because he has short videos. They're not like, here's my training that's 30 minutes long, and you're like, just get to the point. He's so to the point, and there's always a chord that strikes whenever you listen to him. So Coach Caleb, Epic.
EpicEveryRep.com.
Okay, so just go to YouTube and you type Coach Caleb Beachbody, and I'm sure he has his whole channel, like hundreds of videos. And this is another thing, whatever you're struggling with, along with the personal development, find a YouTube. Type in, I'm struggling with, like I did today, rut. Tony Robbins, there's so many different things, and I'm going, holy moly, it's not just Beachbody, it's just life, right? It's just life. So whatever you're struggling with, business, whatever, do a little search in YouTube, and you're going to find so much. And he has everything you can possibly imagine, so any business thing you can think of. And, whoever you follow, whoever you connect with, it might not be him. It might be anyone, follow them on your YouTube and just get little nuggets that help you just stay on course and not spiral backwards. Because the thing is, and we talk about consistency so much, the moment you're like consistent and then you go rut, back, and then fall off, there goes the consistency. And I'm not saying you're starting all over again once you start back, but it's a step back. It's a step back. So when coaches say I'm taking a step back, I'm like, don't do that. Don't take a step back, because you're taking a step back and your consistency and momentum diminishes. And people are watching you. They're waiting to get a light from you. They're waiting to get inspiration from you, because once you signed up, you're all of a sudden this person who is their go-to to watch to get inspiration and motivation and, that sort of thing. So if you fall off, for a week and then you come back, it's not that they're not taking you seriously anymore. It's just that they want to depend on coming to you or your page or your message that you're messaging them, just saying, hello, how are you? They're depending on that light in you that you are shining upon them, that, and if you're new, people are watching. They're trying to catch on. What is really going on, And if you do fall back, it's normal. You're not going to always 100%, stay consistent. Again, like I said, we're not freaks of nature, but know that even if you show up just a little bit every day, it's something, hi, I am here. I'm here to motivate you. And I really do truly believe that the whole keeping yourself accountable by reading your personal development and putting it in a post, and not saying, oh, here's my personal development for the day, because most people are going to go, what is that? That doesn't make any sense to me. But creating a message so that it, it's like, well, here I was, I felt this way, now I feel this way. And it's something, I don't know, it's something about putting your creative spin and you onto what you grow every single day. So share your growth every single day in your personal development. And if you're going to post your Shakeology, you're going to post your workout, you're going to post your personal development, whatever you learned. So that's kind of an accountability piece to stay with that. And I really think if you put yourself into practice with doing that every single day for, say, a month, you're going to see a huge change in not only your business, but yourself. You're going to feel more confident every day. You're going to wake up and be more happy and more inspired and be more motivated to stay and, you know, keep moving forward. So I hope there was some value in that. And we have, it's 8:30. So does anybody have anything else?
Hi, it's me.
Hi, welcome back.
You know, one thing that, especially these last 2 months, that I've really learned, you know, the personal development is a lot like our workouts. I mean, you know, if you're not doing your workouts, you know, then it's sort of hard to help people in these workouts, you know, with what they're doing in their journey. And I found that, you know, once I committed to making sure I got it in, then you're excited. You have that energy. You want to push. You want to say something to your people, like, get off your ass and get going, you know, and it makes such a difference. And the same thing with our personal development. You know, you have to continue to push. And I mean, you know, if we took, you know, if we're outside and it starts to rain, what are you going to do? You're going to make adjustments. You're going to put a raincoat on. You're going to, you know, if you're smart enough, you'll get out of the rain, you know, but we're all on our journey, and whether that journey is, you know, traveling from Miami to New York, in that journey, what can happen, you know? And the same thing with our health, the same thing with our personal development and our programs. We're going to have those ups and downs. We're going to have those days that, you know, like Caleb said, you know, you don't want to get up, but, you know, we've got to push every day. And you'll find out that right when you're just like, no, I don't want to, but you do, that's when you're going to get that little nugget to get you through to help somebody else. And there was a video that I watched Chelsea Pearson, one of her team calls, and I didn't know at the end this was her speaking. I didn't know this was her. And she said at the end of this video, she says, there is a you out there that only you can touch, only you can help. And I remember saying to myself, gosh, I don't know who that woman is, but I want to find out. I want to give her a big old hug, you know. And then I found out it was Chelsea, and I sent her a message, and she just sent so much love back to me. It was incredible in her response. But there is people out there that only you can touch. There's somebody out there that only Natalie can touch, that only I, that only Christine, that only Karen. You know, it's just, that's who we are, and that's why we're a team together, and together we can make it work. But you gotta always push, no matter what, even through the crappiest of days. You push, and you'll see those results. You'll see those things, that little seed pop out of the ground, and you'll see that little ray of hope, you know, shine and give you that answer that you need.
Yeah, and that, all of that said, it makes me think of, you know, we're so pretty, I mean, most of us are pretty good about getting our workouts in. It's not even that, it's doing the business side of it. And kind of think of this right here as a muscle, just like you would think about this as a muscle. This is a muscle. So you have to continue to grow it. You have to continue to put the good stuff in. Like, you wouldn't want to put, I mean, and we do sometimes, really, let's be real, French fries, pizza, you know, we do. But that's the same thing up here. Do you want to feed it garbage? Negative, rah, rah. You suck, rah, rah. You are going nowhere, rah, rah. No, you don't want that up here. You want to feed it Shakeology. And you want to feed it good stuff and Brussels sprouts and chicken and all that good stuff. So the same thing, personal development, positivity, motivation, uplifting, not the negative, right? So it's the same thing. Think about your head as a muscle. Think about that. Yeah. Thank you, Billy. I'm glad that you got on tonight. We've missed you.
Me too. Me too.
Anybody else have anything? Oh, Utah is calling me. Sorry. Go. I don't think it's Beachbody. Every time I see Utah, I think it's Beachbody, but I think it's Eric Worre. I mean, not Eric Worre. It's his team who's trying to schedule an appointment with me to meet with one of their coaches. So I need to call him. It's Eric Worre. Okay. Only Nicole knows about that. With her one-on-one intimate time with Eric. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Eric Worre. That was awesome. Okay. I'm not going to keep y'all any longer unless you have something else. We do need to take a picture. I love seeing all these wonderful faces. And okay, let me remember how to do this. So go ahead and smile, get ready while I figure out the technical situation here. First time.
Nobody was ready.
All right, let's do one more just in case that one was bad. Yay. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for getting on. Again, I hope that this helped with anything that you may be struggling with. And I hope that you'll share it with any teammate you feel needs it. And I guess that is it. I don't know what we're doing next week, but I'll find something good. And if you have any suggestions that you need, that you want to talk about, if you want to host, feel free, let me know, and we can make that happen. But otherwise, thank you all for getting on. Super Saturday, make it happen, get Success Club, and that's it. All right, love you guys.
Love you. Bye.